Welcome to the Great Mohau's YouTube channel, where Mohau explores everything science and technology.
Hey, Tech Talkers, welcome back to Tech Talk Weekly with a computer science major. I am the Great Mohau, and I'm your host for this podcast, right? So I'm back home, and today I am wrapping up 2025 with a special year-end review of our incredible journey together. Check out my full playlist on YouTube and Spotify for every episode I crafted this year. Now, let's rewind and celebrate how far I have come. It hasn't been easy, it's been quite a journey, but okay. With growth, of course, right? You guys, I'm sure you experienced so the growth that I went through from the 3rd of April. That's when I uploaded the first video, the launch video for the podcast, right? All other videos before that, those were just my personal videos for the YouTube channel. I was just uploading randomly, but with the podcast being in action, now consistency had to be a big it had to be a major factor for the channel. I no longer had to upload randomly. I had to you know come up with a schedule, and I then decided, you know what, I'm gonna upload on Sundays, 23:50. You know that if I'm late, it's on Monday. Apologies for that. I think it happened, twice, if not three times, where I was actually late for uploading. It's not that I'm late for uploading. Okay, I am late for uploading. The thing is, I export, you know. I'm using a software, and that software, after editing, I have to export. And exporting a 4K video, whew, yeah. Yeah, okay. No, it's good. So, as I said, I launched on the 3rd of April with the welcome episode where I introduced my vision for Tech Talks straight from my perspective as a computer science major, right? And then the first episode, which I released on the 19th of July, 2025, this is where I opened up about my personal transition from physics to computer science. So I was just sharing beginner coding tips to help you kickstart your own journey, because this podcast, it's not for a particular group, but it's for everybody who would like to get into coding, everybody who would like to hear tech talks. So the first episode, which was on the 19th of July, yeah, I opened up about my personal transition from physics to computer science, sharing beginner coding tips to help you kickstart your own journey. And the second episode, that's where I basically sat down with my old friend, Katlego Tsotetsi, diving into his inspiring journey from human physiology to computer science, proving it's never too late to pivot, eh? And then August heated up. That's when I got, to release episode 3. That was on the 23rd of August, right? This is where I broke down programming basics like data types, Boolean for true or false, character for single, letters, double, and decimal for precise numbers, right? So check out the episodes. You'll learn a lot. Apologies for the audio. I know the audio is not, not on this video, maybe, but yeah. I know some of the videos, the audio isn't, yeah, but it's something I'm working on. This is still season one. Stay tuned for season two in 2026, eh? As I said, growth. That's what's important. So, episode four on the 30th of August, 2025, I walked through hands on C sharp input output. Now, this is where I was basically showing you how to build interactive applications step by step, right? So it was like a simple C sharp input output. But yeah, if you are starting out, you'll definitely benefit from that. And then the special episode, the special edition, yeah, it is a special episode, right? This one was on the 16th of August. I revealed the tag behind my content creation, my budget tools, of which it's some of the things I'm currently complaining about right now, but I'm a student, so I gotta work on budget tools. But yeah, we'll get there bit by bit. So the OBS hacks, OBS Studio, right? OBS hacks and student workflows that keep me producing weekly without a team. Because can you believe it? Throughout the year, I've done this, I've done all of this without a team. That is challenging. That is indeed challenging. Hence why at times you'll find that, yeah, I'm actually late to upload. But I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Stay tuned. So by November 1st, episode 10, I demoed my own laptop RAM and SSD upgrade. This is something that I've been talking about, and I did capture the video. I did upgrade my RAM, and I did upgrade my, hard disk or hard drive, right? My drive, actually. So yeah, it's an internal drive. I have an HDD 1 terabyte, and then I inserted uh, five 512 gigabytes SSD. So that's like 1,512 gigabytes of internal storage. But of course, I don't get all that 1,512 gigabytes. But go watch the video. I'm not gonna say a lot on this. I'm just, briefing you guys on what is it that I covered. But if you want more information, go watch the video, right? That's episode 10 of the podcast. So I was also testing like the compatibilities. I was talking about, the compatibilities over there on the episode. So check it out. And why it boosted my editing speed. So I actually took the video after I've inserted the RAM and the SSD. So I gave a little bit of review over there. But since it hadn't been, a long time since I had inserted the SSD, the review was a bit brief, but now I can tell you everything is faster. Everything on my laptop is faster. The booting process, that is quick. I remember, I was at church because I used to serve at Kopano Student Ministry. So I remember this other day with Mr. Marlu. He's the sound engineer there. So yeah, I was serving in the tech team. This other day I brought my laptop, and then yeah, I think I wanted to show. No, he was going to show me a few things with regards to Canva, and then yeah, I switched on my laptop. Switched on my laptop. The booting process, it took, I think, 30 minutes, if not more. Like, oh man. At that point, like, yeah. Well, it used to do that at times. Sometimes the booting process would be quicker, but at times, yeah, it would take about 30, 25 minutes. Like, it would take long. So from that moment, I was like, because it's something that I was, that I have always been thinking about, but I've been I've been saying, nah, I'd rather maybe upgrade to another laptop. But seeing that my laptop is upgradable, I'm like, nah, man, let me just insert the SSD. Bought the SSD, inserted the SSD, and then upgraded the RAM as well. So I moved from 4 GB to 8 GB, from 8 GB to 12 GB. I'm on 12 GB now. And just before I came home, I nearly went to like, was it 20? Yeah, I nearly went to 20 because I had bought like a 16 GB RAM. But I was like, nah, it's okay. Let me just stick with 12 because it's not like I'm playing video games or anything like that. It's mostly for like coding, editing and all that. And so far, it has been smooth. I won't lie, it has been smooth. So yeah, I decided to return the RAM and yeah. So yeah, that's with regards to episode 10, but go check it out. Go check it out and you'll see the inside of my laptop. I don't want to be saying more, but okay, fine. Now, the interviews. This were absolute game changers. A huge, thanks goes to Kamogelo Ntimane, the software engineer intern, right? Trainee now, currently, right? Sharing internship realities. Katlego Tsotetsi from episode 2 for sharing his, journey from human physiology to computer science. Miss Xolela Madlanga on Inacta, South Africa, providing opportunities for students through competitions and, studying campus teams. So, Ms. Xolela Madlanga, that's episode 14. Yeah, she's the Gauteng Regional Program Coordinator for Inacta South Africa. If you haven't checked out the episode, check it out over there. I'll leave the link somewhere there on top. But it's the latest episode. But yeah, okay. Just in case, you are a new viewer, I'll just leave it over there. And then CartZA, the CartZA founders. So yeah, so that's episode 13. Episode 13. I hope I didn't mix things up, but that is definitely episode 13 if I remember properly. CartZA on startup grit and scaling ideas. These gents, they are so inspiring. So these are university students and they're entrepreneurs at the same time. They are founders of CartZA, a delivery application at the University of the Free State. They are currently covering restaurants at the Takanim Bridge, by the Takanim Bridge, at the University of Free State Bloemfontein campus. That is, it's not a cafeteria per se because there's like the coffee dining. The coffee dining, that's what you can then see as a cafeteria. The Takanim Bridge, it's like more like a shopping complex, eh? There's Debonairs there, there's Tears there, and then there's other restaurants. So yeah, they are the delivery application founders, and yeah, their journey has been one of the greatest. Yeah, it's just inspiring. Honestly, it is inspiring. So yeah, and then I also interviewed Lindiwe Mtshengu. So Lindiwe Mtshengu, she changed roles from software development to client side roles. If I remember properly, she said something about, being a business analyst at the moment, and she's gunning for that, project lead position. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that was on the full development to client experience, the changing of roles. Guys, your stories lead up our community and motivated so many tech talkers. I really appreciate the time that you took in order to be part of Tech Talk Weekly with a computer science major. For more people, for more interviews, please, just go to my channel. So go to my channel and then scroll down. There is an email button over there. Click on that email. If you'd be interested in being part of Tech Talk Weekly, click on that email and hit me up via email. Or you can check me out on social media. I'm mostly active on Instagram. Yeah, Instagram mostly. TikTok, I do have it, but I don't use it that much. I'm not that active on TikTok. So you can check me out on the Great Mohau on Instagram, and also I'm active as well on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, it's just my name and surname, Mohau Mokwena, right? So yeah, uh, if you'd be interested in being part of like Tech Talk Weekly with a computer science major, have a conversation with me. You're welcome. Everybody's welcome, right? As long as the conversation is going to be based on everything science and technology, because the podcast is about science and technology, right? So yeah. So yeah. Uh some other reflections that I would like to drill into. I started Tech Talk Weekly with a computer science major all by myself with solo episodes on generative artificial intelligence, prompt engineering. That's why I was also talking to Katlego Tsotetsi and LLMs, right? Because now I was part of the We Think Code Mastering Gen AI course, which was held in July 2025. And yeah, it grew into this, inspiring conversations that equip you as students or coders and dreamers for real world tech wins. Because I know that the people who watch the podcast, it's not only students, right? It's everybody who would like to know more about tech or maybe coding or programming. But I believe, yes, I did. I did define the definitions. I did give like the difference between coding and programming in one of the episodes. I'll put it up there, but also check out the playlist, eh? You'll gain a lot of knowledge. I mean, I dedicated hours to this episode. They are not perfect. They are not perfect, but that's what I was talking about, growth. And yeah, you'll definitely, benefit from, and if maybe you're lazy to watch the video, that's the reason I have Spotify. Just listen to me, eh? Yeah, listen to me on Spotify, listen to my voice. If maybe you don't want to be seeing me or you're lazy to, tune into YouTube. So yeah, shout out to every single TikToker who liked, commented, shared, and subscribed, right? And also the ones who joined Divide this year. So, yeah, you have made this more than just my solo podcast. It's our shared growth in computer science fundamentals, programming skills, career pivots, and tech innovation. With that said, as 2025 wraps up, I wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas filled with joy, quality time with family, good food, have a feast, and that much needed recharge because February, yeah, it's coming. So, Happy New Year. May it bring you breakthroughs, job offers, successful projects, and code that actually ships without bugs. That's impossible, but okay. Happy holidays to everyone celebrating, however you do, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, or just festive vibes with loved ones. This episode premieres on December 7th. And right after that, I'm taking my well deserved festive break to enjoy the holidays with loved ones and prep an epic season 2. Mark your calendars. I'll be back strong on January. I won't say the date, but I'll be back in January, right? With bolder guests, deeper technical dives, advanced coding tutorials, and fresh tech fire just for you. Thanks for an epic 2025 Tech Talkers. Remember, stay curious, keep coding. Uh, it's the festive season, not every day, but keep coding. Enjoy the holidays safely with your loved ones. Subscribe if you haven't, hit those notifications, revisit my full playlist. That's important. And drop comments on what season 2 topics you want. See you in 2026. Happy holidays from me, the Great Mohau. Signing out. Peace.
Brought to you by Royal Mercy Institute.